It's Low FX and we're back again in the market. It's good to be back. Happy New Year, everybody, and I hope you guys had a very splendid and a very glorious Christmas and New Year celebration. But don't get caught up in the whole celebration because celebration is our lifestyle. If you don't know that, if you're not celebrating as a lifestyle, you get caught up in the whole celebration stuff, man. Celebration is our lifestyle. We're celebrating every day. Jesus came to die to give us the victorious life to live every day. So we're just only celebrating that day as his birthday, but Christmas is supposed to be every day because he's born anew in our hearts. You understand? So if you have that kind of understanding, you will not be so trapped in the season. You understand? In the December season, because right now there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of money to be made. So if you're still saying you're still celebrating, man, you're still in that season or that cluster that I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna be left out. Man, I started walking. You understand? So I just want to show you guys some secret. Firstly, for those of you wondering why my chart is line chart. This is one of the secret I'm gonna give to you that I didn't expose last year. I do not use candlesticks for analysis. I've never tried it and I will never try it. I only use line charts for analysis and candlesticks for entry. I don't know, that's my own pattern of trading, that's my own style of trading. But for you, if it works for you, good. But anything wicks, I do not do that. I only use candlesticks for confirmations. I don't use candlesticks for confirmations and entries. Sorry, I don't use it for analysis. I use my line chart. I like seeing the live market price. It goes well with my strategy. I just want to give you guys, I just want to show you guys something real quick. I want to give you guys an example of what I'm going to be doing today. You see this thing here? Pay attention, please. You see this thing here? It's called a downtrend. Then this. Then this. Then this. And this. And this. And this. Then boom. Then boom. Then boom. Then boom. Then boom. Okay, boom, boom. Then we have it like this. Boom. This is the secret of Forex. This is the secret of Forex. If you don't know this thing, I believe you should start tutoring again. If you don't know what I just drew right now, I believe you should start tutoring again. If you don't know what I repeat myself again, if you don't know what I drew right now, you should start your Forex tutorship again. This is actually called a correction, an impulse correction. You understand? Everybody has their own. This is actually a chart pattern though, but they say people tell you this is a rising wedge, a falling wedge. But in overall, this is a continuation is a chart pattern, and it's called a continuation pattern. Anywhere you see an impulse, expect this pattern to play out in whichever time frame. You understand? If there's an impulse in price, expect something like this to happen. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If there's an impulse, okay, now let's go back to the example. This right here was an impulse to the upside. There was a continuation here, an impulse, a breakout of structure, and a continuation upside. If that until I got to understand the secret of impulse and correction, my trading didn't change for the better. But the moment I got to lower myself and try to see price from an overall view, not just from I want to take a trade right now, but when is the right time to enter? What's happening in the market? Has it started happening? Am I going to enter in the middle, or am I going to enter at the end, or am I starting with the move? If you start asking questions like that, you'll probably be getting on the right edge on your account on the Forex market. Because I'm going to be doing more of talking today. Because if you observe price right now, there's something that's happening right now. You observe that in gold, we have, if you observe what I'm trying to do right now, in the overall view, we have it that this is an impulse. Then you can see the correction here. Exactly what I drew, But now if as I drew it now, you're now having a different angle, but I'm actually correct. If you enter price from a smaller time frame in the previous years, you will see okay there's a lot of cluster to it. But in the overall view, this is what's happening right now. So we know what gold is doing overall. I know what gold is going to do throughout this year. I know what he's been doing the previous year. I can explain because I have the understanding of what the market is doing. That's why I always advise you guys. You're always gonna YouTube, IG looking for strategy, whereas you don't have the basics. The people that are giving you strategy have the basics. They have the fundamentals, and that's why they're giving you the strategy. But you don't have the basics. You're just only crippling. You just want to lose your money. You're just only crippling your and hardening your forex, the whole forex experience, your whole forex journey. Go for the basics. Go for the fundamentals first. Overall, now that I've shown you this, you understand that this is a correction. And if you dive down to you can see that this is a correction. So we're expecting. If you dive down to the 4-hourly time, I currently have an entry here. If you dive down to 4-hourly time frame, as for me, you guys know already, I'm not a scalper, but although I've got some scalping strategy, but I actually swing and sometimes intraday, but most of the time it's swinging. And this gold trade has actually gone through the night. The previous trade went down for about 2 days. The previous one 2 days straight. So I just want to give you guys a quick analysis though, because I've talked for too long. But you could see from my sketch here that you could see the same pattern I drew there. You guys are going to call it a downtrend. Yes, it's a downtrend because it's called TIT. I don't know if you've heard of the word TIT, trend in trend. That is a correct. The analysis I showed you on daily was a correction. But inside that correction, there is there's also a trend. But just do never in your life forget the overall trend. The overall trend is that it's a correction, and the correction is a downtrend. Where will the correction end? It's going to end at the zone, at the bottom zone. You can see this overall zone here and my trend line below. It's going to end at that zone. You understand? So that is the that is the overall is our overall takeout. But firstly, where is it coming from? And now that will give us now the overall view of what price is doing right now. See, right now we have it that this right here was a correction, was actually an impulse. These are secrets I'm unveiling to you right now. This is an impulse. You can see the impulse, right? This is a correction. This is a very deep secret. Nobody's going to tell you. Then an impulse. Good. So now does it all make sense? It makes sense, right? You can see that there was an impulse here. There was an impulse here and a correction here and an impulse up. Simple. Very, very simple. The chart is not as complicated as you say it is. Just simple impulse and correction. If you know what the impulse and correction, impulse correction. Look at it in an overall scale. Look at it in a trending scale. Look at it in candle scale. You know what I'm trying to talk about. This now is a trending scale because we had an uptrend and now we had a downtrend. You can see this is an uptrend and a downtrend. So in a trending scale, we knew that this is an impulse, a correction, and an impulse. Then now how I got my entry. Let me just give you guys a top-down analysis on that. We saw that there was an impulse down. So we're expecting that price will give us a correction to the upside and start falling down. But price didn't do that. Price now started giving us a correction pattern, which is this pattern here. Started giving us a correction pattern at the bottom of the impulse. So on my own, I knew that gold was up to something. Technically was up to something. So I knew this already was a continuation pattern. So I was expecting an impulse. You understand? And the impulse to the upside because the pattern was facing down. Anytime the pattern is facing down, expect the impulse to the upside. If the pattern is facing up, expect the impulse to the downside. And that was what happened. The price was facing down and we got an impulse to the upside. Simple. Impulse. Where was our correction? Here. Good. And if I should go back to the candlesticks, you see that you can see this trend. The trend line I drew here was actually a correction as well to confirm this level and an impulse. So that was where we got our first buy from here. We got our first buy here. We took it here. Take profit hits. Go back to the line chart. The same thing that was last week. The preceding week, we got another buy from here. Boom, to the upside. Take profit hit as well. You understand? And now we already have a buy, and we're currently in the market for the buy. We're currently in the market at the buy right now, so I believe we are going to be, is a 1 to 4 risk, so we're 1 to 4.3 risk or ratio trade, and I believe we're supposed to be down 1 to 1.2, and we're deep in profit right now. So I just want to give you guys, I just want to give you guys the whole cluster and everything. Right now, if you observe price, exactly what I drew, the example I give you guys is what price is doing right now. Because we already have, this was an impulse that was serving as a downtrend that broke. I'm a breakout trader, so that's why this thing kind of like is easy for me, and with the insight of the Holy Spirit I can spot these opportunities. And you can see that there was an impulse to the upside, there was a downtrend, and a breakout confirming the continuation of the uptrend. And now we have an uptrend. We already know that price now is heading to the upside. Where is it going to end? It's going to end as simple as it's going to end here. The neckline of this double bottom here, sorry, of the head and shoulder, of this overall head and shoulder. It's going to end there, because that's where our correction upon the downtrend is. So it's going to confirm the resistance of the head and shoulder, and as well confirm, also validate the trend, the downtrend of the correction, of the continuation. It's going to hit it here, but we're going to have multiple buys. I believe this is the third buy we're taking right now. Take profit hit on the first previous two, and now we're currently deep in profit on this current one. So we're expecting that price is going to give us, it's going to hit here, going to give us another confirmation at somewhere down here. You just got in. Price is going to come here, give us an entry here, then boom, then here. That's what we're expecting price to do, and that's what price has been doing. You understand? That's because when you hear people tell you do not trade against the trend, they're not just saying it. Do not trade against the trend. Let the trend be your friend, and that's what we're doing. Currently, right now, the market is currently in the upside, so that's what we're following the market to the upside. And once it hit take profit, we know we're expecting a correction as well to take it back. Then upon the breakup, because right now we already have a correction already. This is already a correction, because if you observe these markets, this is, I'm gonna shock you now with this thing. You're gonna all be closer. This is an impulse to the downside. This is a correction right now. If you don't know now, know what's happening right now is a correction. And as it hits here, it's gonna break out, come here, and boom, down. You understand? That's what price is doing right now. This, I'm actually trading a correction. Like I told you, it's called a trend in trend. It's a downtrend, a uptrend in a downtrend. That's what's going on right now. The market is actually going up in a corrective manner, hitting our overall resistance and our trend line, breaking out of the correction, giving us an impulse. You understand? I know this video is kind of like too detailed, but I just hope that you understand. And I'm gonna check what we have right now in profit. Gonna check that right now. This is a small account, and on the small account, what are we? This is a small account. I'm supposed to add position, but I haven't seen the retracement yet, so I can't add position. Yeah, we're good. Then on the big accounts, here, on the big account, boom. Yeah, we're up $65 on the big accounts. Yeah, so you can see, I did not give you any bigger secrets. All I was just telling you was patterns. Go and study patterns, bro. Study patterns, and your trading will change. Low FX, and now.